Hey guys, how are you doing? We're going to do a nice set today, focusing in on our shoulders and our back, specifically our upper back predominantly, but a little bit of lower back width in there as well. Really good for our posture and just for standing a little bit taller and feeling strong. We're going to do this with light weights, okay? So I'm going to be using my strength bars, which are 2 kilos each. Realised I've got something on there. 2 kilos each, which for me is lighter, but for you, you might get more. So take whatever you've got, set them down to the side. We're going to come into a little shoulder roll to begin with. You can go narrow legs or wider legs, wherever you're more comfortable. Let's just start rolling and loosening off those shoulders. Good, and then take it individually. Good, and then take it back into your doubles. Squeezing up towards your ears and then releasing those shoulder blades down your back. Perfect stuff. Give your arms a little shake off. From here, we're going to take the arms out wide, palms facing to the ceiling. We're going to start coming into little circles. As we do these, just make sure that your pelvis is, or your tailbone is kind of tucked underneath your pelvis. We're engaging through those abdominals. And we're just starting to do small little circles here. It'll bring the warmth pretty quickly. Let's take those circles a little bit bigger. Good. And then keep the size of the circles, but just turn your palms to face forwards. Just feel that rotation a little bit into your shoulder cuff. And then keep going and turn your palms to face down. Good. 2, 1, roll, reset. Beautiful stuff. And then tucking your elbows into your waist. Let's just come into a little standing VW. So this is where we're coming into our upper back. Again, palms or fingertips spread nice and wide. We squeeze in and we press away. We feel it already. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, just roll and reset. If you want to give your neck a little stretch out, often when we're doing shoulder work, feel the need for a little bit of a neck stretch. So feel free to do that. And then reset. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to pick up your light weights, 1 in each hand, come back to standing again, roll and reset. And we're going to go straight in with those VWs. So the last little set that we did for our warm-up is going to be our first set with these light weights. Good. Can you feel that? Good. So exhale as you press away, inhale as you draw those elbows back in. Beautiful. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Appreciating why we didn't need particularly heavy weights here. And then we're going to come into a real bent over. So soft through the knees. Keep the back straight, so we're not rolling through. Keep the back straight. And we're going to come in to squeezing the elbows back this time. So instead of into our rib cage, directly up past the rib cage and going up to your ceiling. Again, just concentrate on engaging through the abs here as well. So lift that belly button up. We exhale up, inhale down. Good, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, come back up to standing. Roll and reset the shoulders. And then turn so that your knuckles are facing backwards, your palms are facing forwards. Again, get your posture good. So a little tuck of the pelvis, we're not leaving our bottom behind. Zip up through the abs, maybe just think about lifting your pelvic floor a little bit here. And then we're going to exhale up, big straight arms. Inhale down. Good. Now if you're using heavier weights, coming with straight arms here might feel difficult. So if you need to add a little bend into the elbows and just come up to kind of forehead height rather than big straight arms, then feel free to adjust this move to make it work for you. Good. Keep going. So this is working into the front of our shoulders. 4, 3, 2, one more for me. And 1. Again, roll out, stretch out the neck, whatever you need to. And then turning again so the knuckles are facing backwards. You're going to lift up, elbows tucked into the waist, and we're going to shoot out at a kind of 45-degree angle. So we're shooting out and then drawing back into the ribs. Shooting out, drawing in. So directly, instead of directly in front of you, out to the corners of your mat. We're going to pop the weights down after this. Take a little breather. We've got 4, 3, 2, one more for me, and 1. Perfect. Release those weights down. Just come into a little forwards fold or half roll down. And give your shoulders a little shake off by just loosening off those arms. How are we feeling? Roll them out if you need to. Good. And then roll yourself back up to standing. We're going to come down into a high kneeling position next, okay? So if you want a little extra padding for your knees, you could maybe grab a cushion. Or of course, if you've got a nice squishy mat, you could come down directly onto your mat. High kneel. So instead of sitting back here, we're here. Again, we tuck the pelvis. You want to feel just a little bit of a stretch through the front of the hips and keep that spine nice and straight, okay? Again, we're going to need the weight. So I'm turning this way just so that you can see what I'm doing for the positioning in our high kneel. My toes have come into a little diamond shape at the back. Here we're going to come into our kneeling VWs. So I'll turn this way. So just as we did from standing, coming into those VWs. This is kind of our upper shoulders that we're targeting into here. Good. Exhale, press away. Inhale, draw in. Really hard to have bad posture when we're in this high kneeling position. So that's why I brought you down here. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, roll and reset. And then again, I'm just going to turn this way. So like we did when we were standing, we hinged over from the hips. So we're just pushing the bottom out, hinging from the hips, keeping that spine nice and straight. Your weights are down to your knees almost here. And then we're driving them up. Driving them up. So again, working into the back. Upper back is what keeps us, kind of prevents us from having that hunched over positioning if we've got a strong upper back. So squeeze. Yeah, imagine you're squeezing a lemon in between those shoulder blades at the back there. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring yourself back up. Don't leave your bottom out. Tuck it back in. We turn back around. Knuckles to the back, palms facing forwards. We're back into those nice big rotations. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Seeing if you can keep your arms straight, but paying attention to how everything's feeling, bending through the elbows if you need to. We've got 3, 2, one more here, and 1. Roll, reset, and then lift those weights up to 90 degrees, tuck your elbows in, and then come out at your 45-degree angle, shooting out to the corners of your mat. If this was heavy weights that we were using, we'd absolutely be feeling this in our biceps. And of course we are engaging the biceps a little bit here by holding at 45 degrees and not dropping down. But hopefully you can really feel this into your shoulders. We've got 3, 2, and one. Release the weights down. Come down to all fours. Just take a cat-cow for me. This should feel particularly lovely. Take a few of these, stretch out. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come down. I'm going to give you options here, guys, okay? So let me show you the first options. If you're fine lying on your stomach, so if you're comfortable lying on your stomach, for example, if you're not breastfeeding or have got any other issues that prevent you from lying flat on your stomach, that's where we're going to be, and we're not going to use weights, okay? And we're going to be working upper back, but also lower back. If for whatever reason you're not comfortable flat down on your stomach, give me a moment and I'll show you the alternative. Okay, so to begin with, if you're down on your mat, bring yourself all the way down. Your forehead comes onto the mat. Legs are long. Try and release the glutes. So don't squeeze into the glutes. Elbows at 95 degrees. We're going to lift and lower here. So just lifting and lowering those arms, squeezing into the back. Option 1, keep your forehead on the floor. Option 2, lift the forehead up. So we're here. Okay, if you're not comfortable down there, you're going to come up to that high kneel, and we're going to do it here. With the kneeling, if you wanted to add in the weights, you absolutely could. So you could take your weights in your hand and come back here with your pulse. For now, if you're lying down, don't add in the weights. Good. We're going to go for 2 and 1. Everybody come into a cat-cow. By the time I explained those, I didn't really get to do them. Good. And then again, if you're down on your floor, bring yourself back down. Again, forehead in contact with the floor, elbows at 90 degrees. This time you're going to lift the feet up. So now your glutes will switch on, and we're going to lift the arms up. So you're going to come into this skydiver, and we're just going to hold. So this is great for that lower spine. We're just going to hold here. Keep breathing through. Good. Instead, if you're up, I want you to come up into your high kneeling position, and we're going to go back into the squeeze, but then we're going to add in a reach. So squeeze and reach, squeeze and reach. Again, optional, with or without your weight. How are we doing if we're skydiving? Keep going here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're skydiving, release your feet. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up into your cobra, or come down to your elbows if you prefer. Kneeling, optional. Same stretch as us, or cat-cow. Good. And release. And then if you're on the floor, come back down. You're going to prop yourself up onto your elbows. So a little bit like our cobra stretch here. Then we're going to lift up the feet, and we're going to come into little swimmer legs. So squeeze into the glutes and work in to that lower back. So this is your option 1. Option 2, you could take those arms away, so like your skydiver, and keep those legs going. Good. And if you're not comfortable on your front, you're going to come to all fours. I want us to work into the lower back by coming up and out with a straight leg. Optional, remove the opposite arm. Ooh. Good. So feel that lower back engaging. Good. Switch sides if you're on all fours. Keep those swimmer legs going if you're down on the mat. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then press back into whichever stretch you're comfortable with. Might be cat-cow, child's pose, cobra, whatever you feel good. Good. And then exhale up to all fours. We're going to start coming into our stretches. So stretching into that upper back. Take it into a thread of the needle. One arm scoops under, shoulder and face down to the mat. Relax that supporting arm. How nice is that? Hold it here. And then exhale, press up. Do the same on the other side. Good, just holding into this, really sinking into this stretch. Exhale up, all fours. Take it into another cat-cow for me. Slow this movement right down. And then when you're ready, bring yourself up to standing, either by coming into a down dog and walking your hands in, or stepping forwards and rolling yourself up all the way to the top. I want you to bring the palms of your hands into the small of your back. Squeeze those elbows together. So instead of leaving your elbows wide, squeeze them together. You will open up the front of the chest, but it will squeeze into those shoulders. Good. And then release and come the other way. Pull the belly button back, tuck the chin, round through those shoulders. Feel them opening up at the back there, fingertips to touching. Good. Interlace those fingers. Exhale, press your palms away from your body and release those arms up overhead. Try and pull those shoulder blades down your back. And when you're ready, release and roll out. Ooh, there we go. Sculpted shoulders and back with light weights. Absolutely super effective. I hope you felt it in a good way. Thank you for joining me, guys. I will see you all on the next one. Take care.